Hello, this is Jamie, also known as Dragon Charles, doing a video about the tier list for Marvel Avengers Alliance on Facebook. Due to the nature of this game, I'm going to do the tier list a little bit weird here. I'm going to actually start from the top of the tier list, and then generally mention characters who work well with that character, even if they're not in the same tier. So I'll be jumping around a bit, but I'll be sure to mention which tier I have placed every character in, and at the end I will show you where each one of them belongs. As with all tier lists, this is based on opinion, which in this case would be my opinion. However, I have reached Adamantium about 6 or 7 times in a row, so I'd say I'm at least somewhat credible. So the first character we're going to talk about is Karuth, who I have rated as number 1 in the game. She was recently nerfed to where if you killed her, all of her runes that she applied to you disappeared. However, that's not enough to really make it so that the lower tiered characters don't have a hard time. The Karuth outfit has too many resistances and immunities. She's immune to stun, immobilize, ground attacks, bio attacks, radiation, poison, psychic, delirium, burned, chilled, and fear. Along with those amazing passives, she's also got free counterattacks that she can do if you hit her with ranged or melee. But if you hit her with anything that doesn't qualify as either, she won't counterattack, so that's at least one thing you can keep in mind against her. The thing that puts her at the top of the list is that everything that she has is just really good. Her damage is really high. Her ability to blow up her runes does a lot of damage. And she can also prevent the enemy team from doing damage and cause them to hit themselves. And pretty much all of that is something that nobody actually has the ability to resist other than a select few people. Overall, I just find that Karuth just has too many things that put her above the rest of the cast. And a lot of the characters who are weaker than her really struggle trying to get around the things that she does. And the fact that they just struggle so hard to get around the fact that they may not even be able to take their turn, or they might not be able to dodge, or they might even attack their own teammates because they don't have any stealthy attacks, really puts her in a place above everybody else in the game. Sitting in second place, I have Null, the Luke Cage worthy outfit. The main thing he's known for is Meteor Swarm, which is a damage over time effect that is stacked by either doing ground or magic attacks against the targets affected. Meteor Swarm, when fully stacked, can easily take about half of your health. Luckily, any effect that reduces dot damage will now reduce the damage of Meteors. Also, if you kill him, his meteors will disappear. He's resistant to most of the damage over time effects in the game. And on top of that, he has strong preemptive counters, which help him build up his stats. He has a Fatal Blow Brutal Strikes on a regular attack, and his Ground Pound also applies Staggered, which is a great debuff which allows you to always hit your targets. He also has an E-ISO that's available from the store. This E-ISO gives him free turns whenever somebody on his team, including himself, does a melee attack, and it doesn't have any limit to how many turns it can give him. Null's kit is one of the best in the game, so if you have anybody who does a lot of magic damage and takes free turns, or anybody who does melee damage, then he's like a perfect partner for any of those, as he works really well with both. Enchantress is not only a good partner for Null, but she's also a good partner for Pestilence. Her kit is mainly about two things: applying delirium effects and applying damage over time. With the amount of free actions that she has, she's really good at stacking meteors for Null, and if you put her on a team with Pestilence, her debuffs are unremovable. Normally she's not doing a bunch of direct damage, however if you are loaded up on debuffs, she can actually do a lot of AoE damage to you. Two of her skills are subtle and they're free actions, so you can do them as much as you want. Her other two actions are magic attacks. This allows you to make them both stealthy if you feel like spending the money on the A-ISOs. Satana is another choice you have if you're running either Beast or Null. The 4 primary stat debuffs allow you to get extra stats overall on Satana, so being debuffed isn't a bad thing. The new scroll that was released also works really well on her. She has a healing skill that heals her whole team, and she also comes with a stealthy Fatal Blow, which will heal her for a significant amount. She is one of the many alternative options there are for running a team with Null. Spiral is also a good choice for Null. She has an avoidance effect which, when activated, does a counter attack which applies magic debuffs. She also has a depowering skill, which allows her to fight characters like Null and Karuth very easily. Also, most of her attacks are considered magic as well. Neeko is the partner that you want if you need somebody who's going to stay alive for a long period of time. The first time she gets killed, she resurrects, which helps a lot against teams like Quicklord. She also has a huge amount of utility as she has a wide variety of skills, such as giving your teammates extra turns to applying a lot of debuffs to the enemy team. She also has high sustain and all of her attacks are considered magic. Doctor Strange is also another good choice for magic characters. Although I don't consider him as good as the others, he still has high damage and he also has good healing and shielding. Skirn, the last of the worthy heroes, is also a good choice. Being that she's a worthy hero, she does get all the benefits of being a worthy hero. She has very high damage potential, especially on her first turn. If you ever AISO, she'll also get more powerful as the fight progresses. Her objecting EISO is also great for preventing damage to your team. So now that we're done with the worthy block of heroes, it's time to move on to the Quicksilver block. Quicksilver is one of the best choices in the game when it comes to offensive armories. Quicksilver is known for his amazing synergy. Whether it's with heroes getting extra follow-up attacks or it's with agents using a Cosmic Cardinal, he can use these to take advantage of the extra damage before anybody else has a chance to go. He gets 2 turns every round and most of his attacks are stealthy, which allows him to hit past protectors. The only reason why he's not S tier is because there is gear in the game that counters him pretty hard. Star-Lord is currently the go-to partner for Quicksilver at the moment. He has the ability to apply a lot of buffs to his teammates while attacking, and he can also apply a lot of debuffs to the enemy at the same time. His damage potential is very high, especially when it comes to exploiting debuffs. He's also very good against protectors. One of his attacks is stealthy so he can get around them, and another one of his attacks applies cornered so they can't protect anymore. On top of all that, he comes with great passives. He gives his teammates free counter attacks when they are hit, free follow-ups when they do single target attacks, and he also grants extra turns when they attack the enemy or if they get hit. Psylocke is pretty much your other Quicksilver partner. Her primary buff is mental coordination. This allows your teammates to follow up on each other's attacks along with giving them a huge stat boost. With her X-Force outfit, all of her skills are stealthy or psychic, so they cannot be protected against. If one of your teammates is in trouble, she has a very powerful shield that can protect them from damage. She also has preemptive counter attacks. If the attack that's incoming is psychic, she has a guaranteed counter attack against it. I give Hawkeye a block of his own because he's able to carry a team as the primary damage dealer. He has the ability to pinpoint enemies, which makes it easier for his teammates to hit people. His passive allows him to get follow-up attacks on any target that's pinpointed. There are actually quite a few debuffs that will work with this passive as well, such as Targeted, Staggered, Rune of Ruin, and Constricted. This makes Null and Karuth good choices for partners. His costume passive allows him to take advantage of a wide variety of debuffs. However, fighting characters like Iron Fist with Combo Breaker is a hassle. Similarly to Hawkeye, Kate also has the ability to assist her teammates in targeting. She has a lot of synergy directly with Hawkeye. For example, if either one of them does a single target attack, the other one will follow up automatically. If she attacks a target that is pinpointed, she has a chance to gain an extra turn. She has access to many different types of arrows. For example, one of her arrows applies Adhesive X, making it safe to attack infiltrators. She also has an arrow that comes with a guaranteed stun. If you apply a lot of debuffs to the enemy team, her fourth skill does a lot of exploit damage. Just like Hawkeye, she also has issues dealing with Iron Fist. Her passive boomerang arrow is also able to be attacked by Combo Breaker, and bleeds. The next group is going to be Beast with his Pestilence costume. He comes with many passives. The most noteworthy of them allows you to make all debuffs unremovable. While this passive will bypass debuff prevention, it will not bypass immunities such as the ones the Worthies come with. With quite a few debuffs, if his team is affected by them, their attacks will then apply those debuffs to the enemy team. He has the ability to generalize on a stealthy attack, making counterclasses ineffective against him. Red Hulk is the usual partner for Beast. He has a Protect, which allows him to drain health and stamina from enemies when they hit him with non-psychic attacks. He also has the ability to apply a lot of debuffs with a Catastrophic attack, and he has high single target damage. Havoc is also a decent choice for one of these teams. He has a spammable Catastrophic AoE exhausting skill. He has a very high damage single target exploit damage attack. He is also strong with energy teams. The last set of heroes is going to be our static heroes. Beta Ray Bill offers good support at the start of the round, and he is very durable. He is one of the best people for setting up static damage against the enemy team. He also has the ability to exploit it for a lot of damage. Victor is one of the best choices when it comes to running a static team. He has quite a few immunities and resistances that make him very useful. To assist with his survivability, he actually has the chance to come back to life with full health whenever he's killed. This does not have a limit to how many times it can happen. His most noteworthy attack is a Catastrophic AoE that disables technology attacks and gear. This is really great against agents who run a lot of technology, or if you fight characters such as Rescue or Iron Man. If you're looking for a more defensive option for your static team, then you'd want to pick Storm. Storm grants elemental resistances to her teammates. She has multiple ways of reducing damage done to the team, both with her Wind Wall and her Mist Shroud. Storm has many ways of activating static charges. She has 2 attacks that will activate them, and she also has a counter attack that will do it as well. That covers the main team strategies that I have encountered and tested in this PvP season. There are other heroes who made the tier list as well, but were not mentioned in this video. They are as follows. B tier includes Molly Hayes, Black Bolt, and Emma Frost. C tier includes Invisible Woman, Black Knight, Fandral, Angela, Gambit, Gamora, Groot, Black Widow, and Hulk. To see why they are rated in their respective tiers, you will need to check my wiki page, which will be linked in the description. Also, if you like fighting games, please check out my other channel at www.youtube.com/teambestfromnow.